Bakuon might just be the happiest thing I've ever seen, and I've seen puppies playing in mud. Hey guys, welcome to Big Tig. Today I'm going to do a boring old review of a not so boring, not so old anime. I started watching Bakuon after seeing a meme comparing the main characters to the cast of Top Gear. Now, I don't usually watch anime where cute girls do cute things, but Bakuon has cute girls named after motorbikes, doing cute things on motorbikes, and I feel like that changes the show entirely. Bakuon takes place in Okinawa Girls' High School, where there are no rules about riding motorbikes to school. Because of this, Onsa Amano rides her motorbike to school, catching the eye and interest of Hane Sakura. This causes Sakura to join the motorcycle club, where she meets Raimu Senpai. After a short trip on Raimu Senpai's Kawasaki Ninja, her mind is made up. Hane Sakura is going to get her motorbike license. At the bike school, she meets Rin Suzunoki, a blonde, twin-tailed, Suzuki-obsessed, wait for it, say it with me now, tsundere. Of course she's undoubtable best girl, we'll get to her in a bit. Also at the bike school, Sakura learns to talk to her Honda Su4, Baita, a feminine bike that claims to be a masculine bike, who is castrated by having his VTEC removed and his power limited. Baita claims that they have taken the riding virginity of 1,000 students before they were replaced by a newer model that doesn't talk. After a rocky start to her test, Sakura manages to pass on the first try. Barely. And is off to buy her first bike. Coincidentally, she winds up buying her bike from Onsa Amano's father. Amano is clearly hesitant to let Sakura buy her bike there, as it turns out that her father runs a scam shop that turns back the odometer on bikes and also sells faulty bikes. To atone for this, Amano does all the servicing on Sakura's chosen bike by herself. The last major character we're introduced to in the first half of the series is Hijiri, a wealthy heiress to a major R&D corporation who likes to flaunt her wealth but also be a degenerate and ride motorbikes. From her sidecar anyway, her butler rides the bikes until she eventually goes to school later in the series. Earlier I mentioned that the characters were all named after motorbikes. Well, that's not entirely true. Their names just kind of sound like the motorbike they ride on, and I think that's neat. Hane sounds like Honda, Suzunoki rides a Suzuki, also Amano rides a Yamaha, Hijiri, at a bit of a stretch, she rides a Ducati, and, Raimu Senpai doesn't really have a name, so she doesn't count. Anyway, I've digressed enough. The entire plot of this anime focuses on how riding motorbikes can set you free, and help you make new friends along the way. It shows the adventure, camaraderie, and competitiveness of riding with your friends or club. Throughout the series there is some character growth all around, but nothing too groundbreaking. Only that they all learn to make friends and enjoy themselves. And in the end, that's what this anime is. It's a fun, seinen show that shows off cool-ass motorbikes and happiness. And I feel like no episode captures this better than the Hokkaido trip. So, the girls plan a trip to Hokkaido. However, all except for Raimu Senpai miss the ferry. Raimu only makes it because she makes a sick-ass jump. Hijiri's butler attempts to follow suit, but ends up drowning his Ducati. In true Top Gear road trip style, the remaining girls abandon Hijiri and decide to race to Amamori Port to catch the next ferry. In this race, Sakura falls behind as she ran low on petrol and needs to fill up. Again, in the spirit of Top Gear, she's left behind. En route to the petrol station, she meets literally Jesus Christ and shares half of her last litre or quarter gallon of fuel with him. He rewards her with the holy grail of biking and told her God rides JDM and freaking teleports her to Amamori Port, letting her win the race. Hammond and Clarkson / Rin and Onsa arrive to Amamori Port only to find that Sakura had won the race. They all take the ferry to Hokkaido, where they meet Hijiri, who has been airlifted along with a replacement Ducati and her butler to the ferry port. Real burp. They enjoy riding bikes, being cold, sleeping in a hostel, and generally not remembering Raimu Senpai until they remember that they forgot Raimu Senpai. They coincidentally meet her at a hot springs, and no, that's not why I'm reviewing this episode specifically. At the hot springs, we learn that Rin has been physically branded by a Suzuki badge due to generally hilarious and nonsensical consequences. At some point in the episode, Rin has an emotional breakthrough. She doesn't hate foxes or something. Anyway, the trip ends with them having had an adventure and generally a great time. And that's the whole point of the show. There's also some sneaky in-your-face product placement. 8 out of 10. If you enjoy this style of content, leave a like and a comment. Maybe subscribe if you feel that way. If you disliked it, dislike it. Tell us why you didn't like it, and maybe subscribe anyway. If you're new to the channel, me too.
Still and silent, calm before the storm.